And back to the ball game, entering the second quarter of this game, 6th year of the Slam Rising Stars Classic. Thank you so much for catching the action via live stream right now at sports.abs-cbn.com, youtube.com, and of course at the iWan app. That is Terence Fortea with that step back jumper. It's off, and if you notice, some of the players here are wearing the same shoes. We're actually debuting the latest signature shoe of KD, Kevin Durant. The KD 12s are worn by a lot of players here from both teams, Team Hype and Team Punks.
And Coach UBS-CBN changing up the defense on that previous sequence, going on a 1-2-2 zone, showing a different look. Coach Gian Nazario and his boys.
I like how they're playing sense here, Marco B. Even on a showcase game like this. And that's Harvey Pagsanhan at the free throw line. A good prospect here from Hope.
Well, you know, unlike the next level, college basketball, and even in the pro game, whenever you play that all-star, usually it's characterized by a lot of offense and a lot of showmanship. But no, this is high school basketball. They take it very seriously. One of the few times that really they can showcase their wares on national television. So they're playing at 100% here.
And we've got the coaches, the scouts, the alumni players.
These are players trying to make names for themselves.
That's Mac Guadagna, part of the second quarter lineup here for Team Punks, missing on the jumper, a product of the LPU Junior Pirates. Here is Paulo Hernandez, another player from the Red Robins. That's a save by Harvey Pagsanhan. And here we go. This is Harvey Pagsanhan on the acceleration there with a challenge, but couldn't make the shot. Miguel Tan couldn't grab it.
That's going to be a foul on Ian Cornelius.
So Fortsky Padrigao checking in now for Dan Arches. 23-18 lead for Team Hype. And Coach Yuri Escueta very happy right now with the performance of these young players on the court.
And you know, Martin, as in any all-star game, one of the biggest challenges for coaches is really how do you give enough exposure and how do you balance out the playing time from all of your players, because there's just so much talent available on your roster.
That's a challenge for both of the coaches here. How do you even out the playing time? That you're right, Marco B, and give them, you know, enough burn, equal burn in this ball game, because they are the top 24 players, high school ballers here in the country. And of course, they would like to showcase their talent on the court here. Fermin, on the short stop there, Eric Fermin. Who's getting it up and in.
Using himself against Miguel Tan of Xavier School.
Paulo Hernandez on the step back from the top of the key, off to the right.
It's back-to-back misses from him early in the shot clock. Royce Alforque will be putting a little pressure against Teres Fortea.
Fortea, now guarded by Alforque. Fortea tried to drop it off to Cornelius, but it was deflected. So here we go. We go to the other end. Policarpio, soft laying in transition.
That's a nice layup there. Off-footed almost. A quick plant with both feet and then quick elevation.
And here comes Team Hype, playing with a bit of sense of urgency here in the second quarter. Playing fast right now. Alforque seeing an open lane.
Nobody there to stop that layup by Royce Alforque, and that's a nice chemistry here between Fortsky Padrigao and Royce Alforque.
And that's a fillet lay-in there for Alforque. Here is Padrigao. A deflection. Team Punks will get it back. Cornelius rising and taking up and in and Cornelius. You know, this guy, he doesn't wow you with, you know, his offensive game. He's a good defensive player.
He's a good hustler. He's a good rebounder. But you see the athleticism there on full display. As Fortsky Padrigao with a nifty floater.
So back and forth we go here, but Team Hype grabbing the 7-point advantage. You see Raven Cortez looking to check in for Team Hype later on. Fortea goes to Aaron Fermin from the top of the key. Swish for Fermin.
One of the things college coaches and college scouts are going to be looking at right now, especially from the big men playing high school basketball, is how much range do they have on that jump shot. Fermin there showing us that he has a 3-point shot in his arsenal.
We have a lot of bigs that actually can shoot from the outside here. Team Hype scores the basket again.
Padrigao, another nice hesitation move. And he has mastered that floater from within 15 feet.
Fortea trying to answer. Floater in the lane. Gets the bounce in the process.
You're going to see two of the shiftiest guards in high school basketball, two of the most, I would say, quote-unquote flamboyant guards in Forsky Padrigao and Terence Fortea.
Both wearing number 10.
Yeah.
For their respective teams tonight.
But of course, Fortea with a little more range, that jump shot. Both equally as shifty with tight handles. Fermin, back-to-back jumpers.
But how about Aaron Fermin? Really making an impact in this game. Fermin averaging 15 and 16 last year for the Arellano Braves. That's another lane here for Policarpio. And a good specimen from the Mapua Red Robins. Guadagna challenging on that lane, and he will go to the line for 2 shots. A lot of players in and out here. That Cortez and Sabandal checking in for behind. On the other side, Abarientos, Mark Nonoy, and Cyrus Torres checking in for the first time. He is from the FEU Baby Tamaraos. Teammates with Alforque and Abarientos.
There's a lot of familiarity between RJ Abarientos and Cyrus Torres. Cyrus Torres is that number 4 man who can also shoot it from the outside.
He's got range. Guadagna at the free throw line.
Talking about Cyrus Torres, shot close to 31% from long distance. 37% from the field, likes to play that small forward position, but can also slide to the 4.
Finding some versatility off the bench for the FEU Baby Tamaraos.
And this is also a nice matchup between Joshua David and Joem Sabandal.
Sabandal here. He's got Torres now. Stopping on a dime there. There's the baseline drive. Oh, Hernandez almost losing it. Turns around, shoots. Doesn't score. And Fermin ripping it out here for Team Punks, who are trying to catch up.
Hernandez so far has not found that stroke. Double ball screen for Abarientos.
Here's Torres. First shot off the ball game for Cyrus Torres does not fall. Sabandal on the move. He will take it coast to coast, but the ball is deflected from behind, so it will go out. Ball will stay with Team Hype. We got Adam Doria making his way in here for Team Hype also. North Tamayo will replace Aaron Fermin.
Now you have 2 players from the Adams and Baby Falcons in Adam Doria and Joem Sabandal, as we see Joe Devance.
Yeah. Gin Kings.
Avid supporter of this Slam Rising Stars Classic.
Here is Padrigao. Swishing that one in, showing us three-point shooting ability here.
Padrigao showing us his range as well. He's not really known as a three-point shooter, more of a distributor for Ateneo.
Padrigao, of course, before he was with the Adams and Baby Falcons, transferred to Ateneo. Spent his first year with the Blue Eaglets this past season.
He shot 15% from that range.
That time, way off on that long bomb, as he was guarded by RJ Abarientos.
And there is the Jet, Jeffrey Carriazo. Are the Adams supporters, or one of the men behind this Sam Rising Stars Classic. And you see Mark Nonoy going all the way.
With a highlight move there, Mark Nonoy.
What a burst of speed. I'd love to see him matched up against Royce Alforque.
Right. That will be a good physical matchup here in this game. Sabandal firing off to the right. Adam Doria retrieving. Doria almost losing it, but it will stay with Team Hype with 10 seconds on their clock.
Team Hype right now so far 3 out of 13 from long distance. Team Punks 2 out of 10. So they have not really showcased.
And this is James Kwekute, aka James Canlas of the San Pedro Red Lions, and dubbed as the future of the San Pedro program, of course, with the departure of a lot of players. Robert Pauling,
JV Mocon,
those main players gone for San Pedro next season. Tamayo, look at the big guy go.
How about Tamayo showing us the handles, bringing the ball up the floor.
Mark Tamayo will head to the first year. Coach Frankie Lim, the head coach now of the University of Perpetual Help in attendance here. I'll be doing some scouting also.
And I also saw the new head coach of the De La Salle Green Archers, if I'm not mistaken, Coach Jermaine Burrow.
Wow.
Also in attendance. Of course, the Flying A, the uncle of RJ Abarientos. So I'm walking around earlier.
Part of the coaching staff of FEU. And here's Carl Tamayo. Carl Tamayo, Marco, gusto niya yung outside game niya. He doesn't really show his inside game a lot in for NU, or at least he doesn't do a lot of post-ups for the National University program.
He is becoming that stretch 5.
Yeah.
Prototypical stretch 5. Stands at about 6'7", 6'8". And he was really a good matchup. He and Kiambao were great matchups for Kai Soto, especially in the finals of the UAAP Juniors Division.
And NU boosting a lot of big men in their lineup. You see here, the Defonso brothers.
Also played last year in this Slam Rising Stars Classic. Of course, who could forget that big three-pointer hit by David Defonso to force overtime.
And we head to a timeout here. Team Hype holding on to a 1-point lead. Back to the ball game here. Under 2 minutes remaining here in the first half, and you got Team Hype still up by 1 point, 36-35. Joem Sabandala at the free throw line.
Your free throws for Joem Sabandala.
So far, Team Hype has been able to capitalize on the 7 turnovers of Team Punks with 10 turnover points here in the first half. Both teams evenly matched in terms of points in the paint, 22 for Hype and 20 points in the paint for Team Punks.
So the coaching of Coach Yuri Escueta bearing fruits for Team Hype.
Napilitan daw siyang mag-coach na seryoso because wala si Kai Soto. The cheat code.
That, as you mentioned in the pregame, that levels the playing field here. In this
Cyrus Torres 3!
Knocks it down from deep.
Of course, Kai Soto, one of the unicorns that one of the generational talents we've had here in high school basketball. 7'2", put the ball on the floor. Of course, he will be pursuing his NBA dream.
His first stop is, I think, in the U.S., Atlanta, Georgia, before making his way to Europe. And this is Pauline Lopez, SEA Games medalist in attendance here. Of course, a Taekwondo star here in the Philippines. Has made us proud in the international scene. And 38 all, in leg affair here. Just like how we wanted, Marco B.
Yep. And Gio Chu, that time drawing the foul, I believe it was against Carl Tamayo.
And we're talking about Gio Chu. We saw him progress with his game in the UAAP season 81 because he had a lot of struggle, a lot of struggle for the Ateneo Blue Eaglets to begin the season, but you see him seamlessly getting integrated to the season, getting more comfortable with the system, and also working alongside the key guards, Fortsky Padrigao, and with Kai Soto as well.
And there will always be a place in college basketball for a 6'8", 6'9" big man who has solid post moves. There's another 3-point shot there for Team Punks.
Yeah, that's the second one here for Cyrus Torres. Fortsky Padrigao. Driving, taking the contact, and that's a foul in the finish. 3-point play opportunity.
And that one was against Mark Nonoy. As we see here, of course, Danny Ildefonso
with his sons. Danny I watching intently here. For Sean and Dave are also in attendance. They're somewhere here inside the venue. And Dan Arches looking to make his way to the ball game.
Fortsky Padrigao still has 2 years of eligibility in the UAAP.
And he will be the bona fide leader now of the Ateneo Blue Eaglets with the departure of Kai Soto next season.
And Arches making his way back into the game together with Policarpio in favor of Padrigao and Miguel Tan. Kagulangan and Abadiano are on the floor.
Would love to see this matchup, Mark. They're teammates. So their combo here on the court will be key here for Team Punks. Cyrus Torres trying to make it free here. Oh, but Abadiano rather, tapping it out, deflecting that pass. Almost crashing to us. No problem though. 41 all, 22 seconds remaining in the first half. Repping the blue and white. Here inside the Gatorade Hoop Center, you got Von Pesumal and Gian Mamuyak beside Danny Ravena. Watching right now.
Of course, Von Pesumal, former Blue Eagle, Gian Mamuyak, current Blue Eagle. Of course, Tyler Teo also in attendance. Also, Mamuyak and Tyler Teo are alumni of this Slam Rising Stars Classic.
So 41 all, 15 seconds remaining. Exciting first half we are having here, but Sabandal stepped on the line, so it will be a backward violation called against Team Hype.
This is a nice matchup between Jerry Abadiano and Joem Sabandal. 11 seconds left. Chance for Punks to have the last say here in the first half.
Cyrus Torres to inbound here for Team Punks. A chance to finish strong, as you mentioned. They will go to the NCAA MVP, Joel Cagulangan, up against Joe M. Sabandal, a taller defender against him. Oh, Taparagi free, forced that one. Doesn't make it. And that will mark the end of the first half here in the 6th edition of the Slam Rising Stars Classic. Team Hype, Team Punks, all knotted up at 41 here as we go to the halftime break.